Have you ever felt a knot in your stomach before a big presentation? Or a flutter of butterflies on a first date? That feeling isn't just a metaphor. It's a direct signal from a hidden, powerful intelligence center in your body. Consider Alex. By all accounts, he's successful, but he lives with a constant, low-grade hum of anxiety. He feels perpetually wired, his thoughts racing, his sleep disrupted. He's tried meditation, therapy, and cutting back on caffeine, yet the feeling of being on high alert never truly goes away. What if the source of Alex's struggle, and maybe yours too, isn't where we've been taught to look? We often think of our brain as the sole commander of our emotions, but science reveals a more complex reality, a profound connection known as the gut-brain axis. There is a physical superhighway in your body called the vagus nerve, and it's the main channel of communication between these two centers. Here's the astonishing part. 90% of the information traveling along this nerve isn't going down from the brain, it's going up from the gut. Your digestive system contains over 500 million neurons, more than the spinal cord or the entire nervous system of a cat. It's so complex that scientists now call it the second brain. This second brain is constantly sending status reports to your primary brain, influencing your mood, your decisions, and your perception of the world. It even manufactures the vast majority of your body's serotonin, a key neurotransmitter for happiness and well-being. So, if you've been feeling wired or chronically anxious like Alex, the source might not be in your thoughts, but in your microbiome. An imbalance in your gut can send a constant stream of stress signals up the vagus nerve, telling your brain to stay in fight or flight mode. This is the science of the wired self. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore exactly how this connection works and give you actionable tools for anxiety relief by calming your second brain. If you're ready to rewire your nervous system from the inside out, stick around and consider subscribing for more science-backed tools to improve your mental health. Welcome back to The Wired Self. Today, we're diving deep into the neuroscience behind why your gut feeling is far more than just a metaphor. It's a biological reality, a complex conversation happening inside you every second. Let's start with a mind-blowing fact. About 95% of your body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter famous for stabilizing our mood and creating feelings of well-being, isn't made in your brain. It's produced right here, in your gut. This makes your digestive tract a primary chemical factory for your happiness. But how does a message of calm or anxiety travel from your stomach to your head? The answer lies in the vagus nerve. Think of it as a superhighway of information, the longest cranial nerve in your body, connecting your brainstem to nearly every major organ, especially your gut. Crucially, this is a two-way street. While the brain sends signals down to the gut, an astonishing 80 to 90% of the communication travels from the gut to the brain. Your gut is constantly whispering, or sometimes shouting, updates about your internal world. This communication directly influences your autonomic nervous system, the system that controls our involuntary actions. It has two main settings: the sympathetic state, our fight or flight mode, and the parasympathetic state, our rest and digest mode. Modern neuroscience, particularly through the lens of polyvagal theory, helps us understand this balance. A healthy, well-regulated system can smoothly switch between these states. We can measure this flexibility through something called heart rate variability, or HRV. High HRV is a sign of a resilient nervous system. But when we live in a state of constant digital overstimulation, endless notifications, doom scrolling, the pressure to always be on, we get stuck in fight or flight. This chronic stress shuts down healthy digestion, altering our gut microbiome. The gut, in distress, then sends alarm signals up the vagus nerve to the brain. The result? A self-perpetuating biological feedback loop of anxiety, where a stressed gut creates a stressed brain, which in turn creates a more stressed gut. Our modern diet of processed foods and scroll-while-you-eat habits further disrupts this delicate ecosystem. This gut-brain disconnect is a major contributor to the mental fog and irritability that defines the wired self. To rewire this connection, we start with the second brain protocol. Probiotic grounding. Incorporate fermented foods to diversify the microbiome. The 20-minute rule, no screens while eating. Digestion requires a rest and digest parasympathetic state. We've journeyed deep into our internal wiring, from nourishing the microbiome to regulating our nervous system with breath and light. The core truth remains: when you heal the gut, you calm the mind. But what happens when you have all the right tools, yet still find yourself falling back into old patterns of anxiety or distraction? There's one final, powerful layer to our wiring: the automated loops that keep us stuck, running on autopilot. These are the invisible scripts that can override our best intentions. But they don't have to. In our series finale, we're handing you the master key. We're not just talking about habits, we're breaking the circuit. We're reverse engineering the habit loop to make lasting change feel effortless. Click here to watch it now, and subscribe so you never miss a tool for your wired self.